With a great license comes a great opportunity for disappointment. And we'll admit, before even firing up the game, we were prepared to be underwhelmed by The Amazing Spider-Man 2. Things get off to a shaky start. Gameloft has squeezed an overwhelming amount into its latest movie tie-in, so within moments we're expected to have come to grips with the game's virtual stick, buttons, and touch controls. These, along with a camera that could barely keep up with the action, combined to make navigating the streets of Manhattan a bit of a struggle. Thankfully, things do get easier once in combat. With only 3 commands, most battles with the game's various thugs just involve hammering the punch button, throwing in occasional counters in response to on-screen prompts. While the camera issues persisted, the slower pace and smaller areas minimize its negative effect on gameplay. However, once we'd become accustomed to all of The Amazing Spider-Man 2's idiosyncrasies, we actually found ourselves having some fun. While the camera issues were never resolved, the freedom of swinging through the city streets was exhilarating in short bursts. The city is filled with missions such as quick-time car chases and battles with Spidey's iconic supervillains. We found our favorite of these tasks was delivering injured NPCs to hospital. Along the way, the wounded character would tell you their story, nicely filling in gaps in the plot and ensuring that even the most mundane actions had some flavor. The big pink spider in the bathtub, however, is the game's positioning as a premium title with in-app purchases. It's a worrying trend, but here at least, Gameloft isn't being too comically evil. IAPs speed up unlocks, which you could easily arrive at organically through the course of the game, with only a few, albeit rather expensive, cosmetic options locked behind a paywall. The Amazing Spider-Man 2's flaws are linked to its intended scope. It struggles to squeeze as much as it can onto your tiny touchscreen, and results in a slightly ragged and unwieldy product. Still, it's a passable open-world action game with enough content to keep hardcore Spidey fans amused for a while. This has been James with AppSpy.com. We review, you decide.